Module 2, Epistemology, Rationalism and Empiricism. Lecture 2, Rationalism. Rationalism. In rationalism, knowledge comes through the mind, not the senses. The senses cannot be trusted. Rationalists often speak of innate knowledge in the mind from birth. Knowledge is a priori, there before we look out into the world. The roots of rationalism lie with Plato, who saw the material world as shadows in a cave, and true reality in the world of the forms, which can only be reached through the mind. With Plato, we gain knowledge by remembering what we learned before we ever came into the world. The early rationalists were mostly in continental Europe. René Descartes. René Descartes, 1596 to 1650. Descartes is considered the father of modern philosophy. He felt the need to build philosophy from scratch, finding a fresh foundation for all knowledge. He began with radical doubt, or absolute skepticism. He doubted everything, even God, even the existence of his own body. Perhaps there was a demon fooling him. Think of a mind in a vat, or the movie The Matrix. Was there anything he could know without any doubt? He could not doubt one thing, that he was thinking. Cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. His cogito became the foundation of all knowledge. From belief in his own thinking mind, he then proved that there is a God. He used a form of the ontological proof. He had the idea of a perfect being in his mind. Something perfect must have put that thought. Therefore, God must exist. Descartes then proved that he had a body. A perfect God would not trick him. Note the order of the proof. From thinking mind to God to body, all knowledge begins with this cogito. I think, therefore I am. Descartes was a dualist. There are two separate substances, mind and body, or matter and spirit. Note that he proved mind and body in different ways. Mind and body are two separate substances. Mind is res cogitans, to use the Latin, a thinking thing. Notice there's such a thinking thing does not take up space. Body is res extensa, a spatial thing. They interact in the pineal gland according to Descartes, and according to Descartes, animals are only bodies, little automatons who have no consciousness. How can two totally separate things interact? The philosopher Gilbert Ryle called Descartes' idea the ghost in the machine. He was making fun of it. Most modern philosophers reject dualism. Benedict de Spinoza. Baruch Benedict de Spinoza, 1632 to 1677, was excommunicated by the Amsterdam Jewish community when he was 23 years old. He built on Aristotle's idea of substance, something that cannot be limited by anything else. Therefore, there is only one substance, which is either God or nature. Deus sive natura, God or nature. He is considered a pantheist. Nature is God and God is nature. They are one. Mind and body are both modes of this one substance. If everything is one, there can be no free will. Many considered Spinoza an atheist, but others, such as the German Romantic writer Novellus, called him the God-intoxicated man. After all, God is everything. One can understand why the Jewish community rejected Spinoza and his ideas. Today, many in the Jewish community, myself included, are trying to reclaim Spinoza, once excommunicated as one of our own. We will return to his thinking when we study philosophy of religion, particularly his insights about miracles. Gottfried Wilhelm von Leibniz. Gottfried Wilhelm von Leibniz, 1646 to 1716, was one of the most brilliant minds of his time. He invented calculus at the same time as Isaac Newton. According to Leibniz, substances are individual bits of consciousness, individual particles that are unaware of each other. The individual monads act according to a pre-established harmony. The pre-established harmony was established by God. Leibniz was particularly concerned with the issues of theodicy, why God could allow suffering in the world. Leibniz taught that this was the best of all possible worlds. Voltaire satirized him in his famous book Candide. The book became a Broadway musical with beautiful music composed by Leonard Bernstein. The monads were so organized that everything was for the best. His idea of monads, bits of consciousness, being the ultimate reality, became the basis of Alfred North Whitehead's process philosophy. I wrote my PhD dissertation on Whitehead. The basic reality is moments of experience which react to other moments of experience. So we have Descartes in France, and Spinoza in Holland, and Leibniz in Germany, all in continental Europe, the three founders of philosophical rationalism.